It reminds me a little bit of a first date. You know you're going to go to the movies, you're going to have dinner. Not quite sure if the communication is going to be good, if we're going to find some common ground, but we found some common ground. So maybe we'll have a second date, I hope. Thank you all for being here. Nice room to play in. And that was a song that I first heard on a Bill Evans record. And it's called You and the Night and the Music. And it's kind of a good place to start. So, can you please thank Thibaud? Yes. And Louis. This music thing is, there's great players all over the world, but I'm very happy to find exceptional players here, and that we can share this common language and explore it a little bit. So thank you very much for being here. We're going to continue with a composition by Dizzy Gillespie. I had a chance to play with Dizzy a number of times, and he was a very humorous man, which I'm not going to be so humorous tonight, but and very generous. I'll tell you a little story. The first time I played with him, I was 18 or 19 years old, and he was playing in a city near where I was going to school, and all my buddies went to see him. They were there for 3 or 4 nights. All my buddies went to see him the first night, and they came back to the school and said, "Oh, you've got to go hear Dizzy Gillespie." He had a great drummer named Mickey Roker with him at that time. And so I made a reservation. I went down to the club, and the doorman had my name on the reservation. And he said, "Oh, you're John Riley? We heard you're a good jazz drummer. You have to play with Dizzy Gillespie tonight because Mickey Roker is suddenly ill." So I was young, I could play, but I was actually more interested in the fusion-y type of jazz that was going on in the middle 70s. Weather Report and Chick Corea and that kind of stuff. And I never really listened to Dizzy Gillespie because those records didn't sound as clear to me as the new records. So I get there, they take me into the dressing room, and I meet Dizzy Gillespie, and we immediately walk on the stage, and he looks to the audience, he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a very special treat, because I just discovered an amazing new talent." He was talking about me, and I hadn't played a note. He didn't know anything about me. So he turns to me and he said, "I'd like to play a song called Con Alma. Do you know it?" I said, "I'm sorry, I don't." Then he said, "Well, it's in 12/8. You started, whatever that means to you." And so I started it, and the band understood what I was doing, I guess, and we played it, and it was okay. The next tune, he said, he turns to me and he says, "I'd like to play Salt Peanuts. Do you know it?" I said, "I'm sorry, I don't know." And he said, "It's a really fast swinger. You started, whatever that means to you." And so the whole night went like that. And what I realized afterwards was Dizzy was very smart. He could have made me look like a jerk. He could have made it a drag for his band to play. He could have made it not a nice night for the audience. But he realized that he and his musicians could adapt to whatever I played and make it sound right. And so he was a real gentleman about that kind of thing. And, you know, it's easy to show other musicians all their weaknesses, but that doesn't sound like anything anybody wants to hear. So he made it possible for me to kind of show what I could do in the limited way I could do it, but make it sound right. And I'm grateful for learning that lesson from him. Then years later, yeah, Dizzy Gillespie. He was also really particular about which cymbal I played on. In fact, he carried his own cymbal with him. And so we're playing the first song, and he's standing there, and I'm playing this cymbal, and he starts to point to this other cymbal, which was a big Chinese cymbal that had a very dark sound and was kind of loud. And the next song we're playing, and he points to the Chinese cymbal again. And every song he wanted me to play the Chinese cymbal when I was accompanying him. And years later, when I played with him, I asked him why he wanted me to play on the Chinese cymbal. And he said, well, I play the trumpet and people think of that as a bright, loud instrument. But he said, I have a dark sound. And when the drummer plays on the regular cymbal, it cancels. I don't feel like my sound projects. So I want the drummer to play it with a cymbal that it has an even lower, darker sound, so my trumpet sounds bright over it. And, oh, this is a smart guy. Yeah, he would carry his trumpet in one hand and a cymbal bag with one cymbal in it in the other hand when he was on the road. And we were on the road with Stan Getz and did a number of gigs in Europe, and not that far from here, in Biarritz. And so anyway, enough talking. We're going to play a song I didn't know then. Let's see if I know it now.